So whose GDP is more? You are seeing that US GDP is $1 and India's GDP is $0.5. Because 70 rupees is $1, so 35 rupees is equal to $0.5. So you are seeing that US GDP is double. Now let us move to another. See, we have seen that suppose this is India, this is US, and $1 is equal to rupees 7. Here, suppose India is producing one burger in 1 year. India produces just one burger in 1 year and the price is rupees 35 of that burger. And US also produces exactly same burger in quantity and quality. And the price of burger in US is $1. So both countries, India and US, are producing one burger in 1 year. The price here in India is rupees 35. The price here in US is $1. Now, if someone asks that, so what's the GDP of India? GDP of India is rupees 35. What is the GDP of US? GDP of US is $1. Now, if I ask you to compare this, whose GDP is more? Whose GDP is more? Then, for comparison, you will have to convert rupee into dollar. So, whose GDP is more? You are seeing that US GDP is $1 and India's GDP is $0.5. Because 70 rupees is $1, so 35 rupees is equal to $0.5. So, you are seeing that US GDP is double. If you are converting this, you are getting that US GDP is double. But on ground, what you are seeing is US is also producing the same burger. India is also producing the exactly same burger in quantity and quality. So, how come GDP is different? What will be, do you think that Indians will consume less? No. The value of goods and services produced, they are same, quantity, quality. So, the consumption level will be same. Consumption level is same. But when you are comparing the GDP by using this exchange rate, you are seeing that India's GDP is half. But on ground, both are producing the same. And GDP is all about why we are trying to increase the GDP, so that we are able to produce more and consume more. Do you think that they will consume more? No. They are also consuming one burger. We are also consuming one burger. But when we are using this exchange rate, we are seeing that US GDP is double. So, this comparison is not giving proper picture. What I will say is, this comparison is not giving proper picture. So, what should we do? So, when we are using this exchange rate to compare the GDP, we are not getting a proper picture, because on ground both are producing the same item. But when we are comparing by using this exchange rate, we are not getting the proper picture. We are not getting proper picture. So, what can be done is, don't use this exchange rate, because by using this exchange rate, we are seeing that US GDP is double, but actually both are producing the same item value, same item quantity and quality. So, one thing what we can do is, don't use this exchange rate. Then how we will compare? So, let us develop a new exchange rate. In this same case, here the burger price is rupees 35 in India, and in US it is $1. US, India. Now, if I say that, listen carefully. What is the purchasing power of rupees 35 in India? One burger. The purchasing power of rupees 35 in India is one burger. That means one burger can be purchased in rupees 35. So, rupees 35, purchasing power of rupees 35 in India is one burger, and purchasing power of $1 in US is one burger. So whatever, because the price of burger in India is 35 and the price of burger in US is $1. So the purchasing power of rupees 35 in India is one burger and the purchasing power of $1 in US is one burger. That means whatever rupees 35 can purchase in India, the same item can be purchased in US in $1. That means the purchasing power of rupees 35 in India is the same as purchasing power of $1 in US, which is basically one burger. So whatever rupees 35 can purchase in India, the same item can be purchased in US in $1. So purchasing power of rupees 35 in India is equal to purchasing power of $1 in US. Purchasing power of rupees 35 in India is equal to purchasing power of $1 in US. This is called PPP exchange rate. This is called PPP exchange rate. Now use this exchange rate. Earlier we were using $1 is equal to rupees 70. Now use this exchange rate to compare the GDP. What you will get? If you will use this exchange rate, US GDP is $1, India's GDP is again $1. Both are same. So on ground also you are seeing that GDP is same, one burger quality and quantity same, one burger quality and quantity same. And while you are converting this using this exchange rate, then also you are getting same. So this is a better exchange rate for comparison. Don't you think so? This is a better exchange rate. So let's use this exchange rate for comparison. This is called PPP exchange rate. This is called PPP exchange rate. Understood? Now, if you have not understood, let me give you one more example. Suppose I give you an assignment that you have to calculate PPP exchange rate between India and US. You have to calculate PPP exchange rate between India and US. This is an assignment for you, you do that. Whatever facts, figures you require, I will provide you. You calculate PPP exchange rate between India and US. What will you do? So, if you will ask me to calculate PPP exchange rate between India and US, what will I do or how will I proceed is, this is India and this is US and I have to calculate PPP exchange rate between two countries. So, what I will do is, I will take 100 different items, 100 different commodities in India, 1 unit each of 100 different commodities. So, a basket of commodities. I took 100 different items, 1 unit each, which is considered as one basket. So, this basket consists of 1 unit each of 100 different commodities in India. And let us say the price is rupees 20,000. So, 100 different items, 1 unit each of 100 different items, the price is rupees 20,000, right. Now, take the same basket in US. Same basket means take the same 100 different commodities here, take the same commodities here, 1 unit each, you select those commodities, the same commodities here, 100 different commodities, 1 unit each, and measure the price in US. Suppose the price in US is $1,000. Just assume. What does it mean? It means that whatever rupees 20,000 can purchase in India, the same items can be purchased in US in $1,000. It means that the purchasing power of rupees 20,000 in India. So, purchasing power of rupees 20,000 in India is equal to purchasing power of $1,000 in US. In US. So, this you can write. So, in this way you can get the PPP exchange rate rupees 20 is equal to dollar. This is the PPP exchange, right? This is the PPP exchange rate. Now, you write a statement how to, you write PPP exchange rate, PPP exchange rate, purchasing power parity exchange rate. You write a one line definition. To calculate PPP exchange rate, take the same basket of commodities, in both the countries. Take the same basket of commodities in both the countries and compare the prices of that basket. To calculate PPP exchange rate between two countries, take the same basket of commodities in both the countries and compare the prices. Whatever you will get, that will be PPP exchange rate. To calculate PPP exchange rate, take the same basket of commodities in both the countries and compare the prices. Whatever you will get, that is PPP exchange rate. Right? That's all this definition. One thing I would like to say that the larger the basket, the better result you will get. The larger the basket, the better result you will get. Because one apple in India is, let's say, rupees 10 and one apple in US is, let's say, $1. So, PPP exchange rate will be rupees 10 is equal to $1. But let's say one potato in India, same quantity and quality, is rupees 5 and one potato in US is $1. Then you will say PPP exchange rate this. It is not calculated for individual items. It is calculated at country level. So, when it is calculated at country level PPP exchange rate, then we should take all the commodities which are available in both the countries. So, take the larger basket and when you compare, you will get better result of PPP exchange rate. Okay, so we got rupees 20 is equal to $1. Now, again we need to express it as I told you that the standard is a broad currency with respect to Indian currency. A broad currency with respect to domestic currency. The standard is a broad currency with respect to domestic currency. So, we can write as $1/20 per rupees, right. So, this will come $0.05 per rupees, right. This will come like this. Or in case of burger, we got the PPP exchange rate as $1 is equal to rupees 35. In case of burger, here the burger price was rupees 35, here it was $1. So, in that case we got this. So, this we can write $1/35 per rupees. This we will get $0.028 per rupees. So, what we are doing? A broad price divided by domestic price. What we did to calculate PPP exchange rate? What we did? A broad price $1 upon domestic price rupees 35. This comes as $0.028 per rupees. This is a broad price. $1 is a broad price, rupees 35 is domestic price. So, this we got the PPP exchange rate. I did not do rupees 35 upon $1 because this will be domestic price upon a broad price. The standard is a broad price, a broad with respect to domestic. So, a broad price with respect to domestic, this will give this, right. So let us write abroad. So what we are doing is to get the PPP exchange rate, we are just taking the same products and comparing the prices. Whatever we get, that is PPP exchange rate. And the standard is abroad with respect to domestic. So abroad price with respect to domestic price. If you take the simple example of burger, so abroad price was $1 upon rupees 35. This will become $1 by 35 per rupees. This will become $0.028 per rupees. Okay.